I've been receiving links from many people asking me, Janet, I see this link here. We've seen a video talking about H1B opportunities and jobs, and we just want to know if this is true or not. And this I get a lot for many years, people asking me, Janet, can you check for me if this website is legit? Can you check for me if these jobs are legitimate? And I'd love to do that. But this one, let me just do a job. So if you come across a link that has H1B jobs or any other jobs, by the way, there are many J1 jobs and so on and so forth. Yes, that could be true. And most of the time it's true anyway. But the process of what it takes is what people do not understand, because people jump up with excitement, and I'm not saying you, okay, but I can watch in the videos and how the presenters are giving people these opportunities about the J1 or H1B. So this is true, these things exist, but the process. So that brings me to why I need to explain to you the process for the H1B visa. So H1B visa is a lottery system in the United States. Each year, they have 85,000 visas on H1B where people can come with their families and work in the United States for the period of 3 years. If the employer likes you, they can renew for another 3 years for a total of 6 years. So why do I mean that just looking at our website and you think you've made it does not make sense is the first process usually H1B is employer petition. So meaning you actually have to apply with the employer and get that job. That's number one. Number two, H1B is only offered once a year, and mostly it's around March. Like for this year, I think it's from March 6th to March 22nd, if I'm not wrong. Check for that information. During that time, the employer will petition for you H1B, which is called a lottery. It's by luck. So the employer gives you the job. When it's announced that it's open season for H1B, then you'll be put in the pool of the applicants. These applicants can be inside the United States or they can be outside. So that's why you see these jobs on the website. So there are many, many websites that have jobs. Hospitals have jobs, schools have jobs, IT companies have jobs, banks have jobs, and in America the jobs are plenty. So if you see them, it doesn't mean they're just available. You need working papers. But if someone is in America with working papers or they are citizens, they can utilize that website anytime, morning, evening, and if they qualify, they'll get that job. So I know sometimes we confuse thinking like, now I've seen all these jobs, it must be true. Yes, it's true, but do you have the working papers? And if not, write a professional resume instead of just jumping into the opportunity. Try and ask questions. What do employers in the United States look for? What kind of resume do they look for? How should it look like? Are you going to write pages and pages of your accolades and accomplishments that are irrelevant to the job that you're giving? So anyway, besides that, let's say you're one of the lucky ones and you are even outside the United States. No one is giving you H1B visa now. You will have to wait until next year when the next pool opens up for H1B visa. Now, the people that utilize this visa the most, and I can tell you information technology is the biggest. IT, they love H1B visa. I've seen many of my followers, not many, several, who have come on H1B visas as teachers in underserved areas. And those ones usually utilize a different kind of H1B, which I'll do a different video. It's for non-profit organizations. Those ones, they cannot tell them, oh, we only have 85,000 per year. No. If a university is a non-profit, if a hospital is a non-profit, if any organization is a non-profit and they need an employee who qualifies with education, remember, H1B is occupation-based, meaning you have to show education to match that job. You cannot have a job in IT and then you say, but I had a degree in economics, then I did a certificate in IT. That does not work. If it's an IT job, you better have a bachelor's degree in IT. You get the point now, okay? You really have to have those qualifications. But for non-profit, there is no limit. In fact, they even have an expedited process where the employer can apply for you within 30 days and you get that H1B visa. And if you have a visa appointment, you can be here in as short as 90 days or less. But for the real H1B, which mostly university students, especially foreign students who come into the United States and they complete their bachelor's degree, they complete their master's degree here in the United States, they utilize the H-1B visa after graduation. If they get an employer who is willing to petition for them, they are put in that pool, and within a few months, the results will be out. And if you qualify and they call you for H-1B visa, you'll be qualified to work in the United States for 3 years. Again, you can always renew that for 3 more years. If you have any more questions, janetrangi67@gmail.com, okay?